Good afternoon. It's Friday. That means it's another episode of There's No Crying in Crochet with me, Debbie of MadameStitch,
Biz of Busy Crochet. Hi, everybody.
and we are here to help you through the last episode before the holidays start. Oh my goodness. All right, so here we are. Welcome to There's No Crying in Crochet, where we talk about all the things that frustrate you and add a little true crime in there when we get the chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, business time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We stream live on YouTube. We stream live in the Facebook groups. So we would love it if you would subscribe and like to our YouTube channels, Busy Crochet and Madam Stitch Crochet.
Mm-hmm.
That way, you hear about all of the new tutorials and fabulous videos that we have coming out as they come out.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. And if you're watching us today on Facebook, make sure you give StreamYard permission to display your name. We want to be able to talk to real people. So make sure you put your name in there. It doesn't cost you anything. StreamYard doesn't do anything with it. It's just a happy way for us to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
And to know who you are.
And to know who you are. All right, Biz.
Yes.
Wait, I have to take this one away. Wait. I have so many things. Hide. There we go. Technology. My brain is so fried right now. What is up with you this week?
Oh gosh, this week has just been I take almost all of the month of December off, so it's just been little things that I've been working on. Getting gifts together, finishing up little touches, things of that nature. I haven't been, pushing real hard on any projects other than you and I are working on one, and so that's in the background. But other than that, it has just been very chill.
Now, you had a party on Saturday.
We did, and it went so well.
Good.
Yes.
I saw food items.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Drooling. It
My
looked
husband
amazing.
smoked a pork butt, and he smoked a brisket for the first time. And we will definitely do the brisket again. The pork butt we've gotten kind of down, and he's really good at it. And this time it was, I don't know, it keeps getting better every time he makes it. And so the brisket was the one that we were like real iffy about, wasn't sure if that was going to turn out right. And it was more of a pull apart brisket than a slicing brisket. So there's some things that we're going to change the next time but it tasted good. It wasn't awful, and we are going to change our rub because the rub that we put on there had just a touch too much pepper in it, and my mouth was on fire.
Yeah, that's a killer.
But I have discovered eating pickles and olives. I never understood why people put out like vinegary foods, or why the food channel people would always be like, this has to have some kind of acid to it. Well, I know now because the next night we made pulled pork grilled cheese with the leftovers,
Oh.
brisket and pulled pork. But I fried it up and stuff, and we put it on there. And my husband had chips with his, but I had pickles and olives with mine. And boy, that made the experience so much nicer, because after a while, you know how it just gets super greasy and cloying at the back of your throat.
Yeah.
It was a really good meal. So I highly recommend getting you some olives.
Listen, I always have pickles with my sandwiches, so we are good to go.
It's my first really positive experience like that. So I'm going to do it again.
Good. Excellent.
So how have you been? What have you been up to this week?
Oh my gosh, this has been just a week of musical experiences. Of course, for those of you who don't know, I'm a retired performer and voice teacher, and so music has always been a really important part of our lives in the Field family. The grandkids and I have a tradition. First of all, Black Friday is like sacred territory.
Okay.
I raged against the machine, I guess, when back in the day when Black Friday was all about standing in line in the wee hours of the morning and trampling people to death to get the deals, right? And
Right.
so I made a pact with myself that I would never go out on Black Friday. I would stand by my pajamas all day. Well, the
I wear
boys
the
who are now
pajamas.
11 and 13, I've been babysitting them since they were born on Fridays, and so I taught them that Black Friday was all about staying in your pajamas and then
Yeah.
breaking out all the Christmas stuff because now Thanksgiving was over.
Yeah.
So, every Black Friday now, we listen to an album, a Christmas album by Straight No Chaser, which is an a cappella group that came out of Indianapolis.
Yes. I
And
love them.
one of the members is from Easton, actually graduated from high school the same year as my daughter-in-law's sister, which is
Oh, wow.
crazy. So they come here all the time. So
Uh-huh.
we saw them in July in Allentown, but Saturday night they played in Easton, which is
Oh,
that's my town. And they did some of their regular sets, and they did Christmas music, and it was so good.
oh, that's
And
so
then
cool.
Wednesday, my daughter and I went into New York City to see a Broadway show.
Uh-huh.
So, and it had Daniel Radcliffe, who's Harry Potter,
Yes.
and Jonathan Groff, who starred in Glee,
Okay.
and he was also in Frozen, the animated movie.
Uh-huh.
It was just stunning. I can't tell you how much it just thrills me to hear music, watch performing at the very top of the peak.
Yeah.
It was so good, and we lucked out. The traffic in was great. The train got us there in no time. The traffic back was fine. I mean, that's about the quickest New York trip we've ever had.
That's
It was
awesome.
great. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like
So,
a fabulous week.
yeah, crocheting a lot, right? Like we
Mhm.
all are,
Yeah.
but a whole lot of music, and I love
This
it.
season though, like I remember when we lived in southern Wisconsin and it was the first time that I'd ever been to the ballet and my mom took me to see the Nutcracker Suite when I think was
Mm,
15 or 16. And it's so beautiful.
so gorgeous. Yeah, we're so lucky that we live so close to Philadelphia and to New York, so we can
Mhm.
drive into either one, and
Right.
the shows are at the same level
Yeah.
in both cities. It's just amazing. So, yeah, we
That's
treated
awesome.
ourselves. So
That's
that was
very
this
cool.
week. All right. Well, let's see here. We have business to do, and that is today's episode, which is all about holiday hooks and tasty bites. I love that.
Yum.
It's really Christmas in the kitchen. So but we love that title, Holiday Hooks and Tasty Bites.
Yes.
So what we're going to do today, which I am so excited about, Biz and I are going to give you a little glimpse into our traditions
Hmm.
in both what we do around the holidays and how we celebrate with food.
Hmm.
And then when that's all done, we're going to treat you to I just put together a slideshow of collected all of these designs from our favorite crochet designers that you could use in the kitchen. It's like
Hmm.
pot holders and mug cozies and kitchen towel toppers and all kinds of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So hold on to your hat because here we
It's gonna be a
go. All
busy
right.
session.
All right, Biz. I'm kind of putting you on the spot, and I'm happy to start. But
Okay.
what you can either describe what your Christmas Eve and Christmas look like as a family tradition, or choose your favorite part of that and tell us all about it.
Okay, so it's morphed over the years, although we'd still try to kind of hang on to some of the traditions that have come along through the years. Um, Once we had kids, it separated into one family Christmas Eve, the other family Christmas Day kind of stuff. And now that everybody's older, retired, they've all moved to live by us. So we don't really have the brothers and sister-in-laws and all of that stuff. We don't have extended family. It's just all us old people. So so what we do is we make the whole thing family. We're all family together. My mom and dad get along with my in-laws extremely well. We've always just been very close, which has been a blessing because I know not every family has that. So for tradition wise, for us, we try to get together and have like soups and sandwiches on Christmas Eve, or we have a meal on Christmas Day. It's not always both. It's not always just one, so it can change. But like this year, we've decided we're gonna have Mexican food for Christmas Day as opposed to, I mean, in the past
Awesome.
we've had rib roasts and we've had the turkeys and we've had the hams and we've done all the big things. And now we're at a point where we're all like, hey, I know how to make this. So everybody's bringing a piece of the buffet, you know.
Nice.
Somebody's doing
Nice.
enchiladas, somebody's doing guacamole, somebody's doing salsa, etc. So we're just gonna get together and we just like to eat together. We're a chunky bunch of people and we love food. And because food for us, it's such a family thing.
Mhm.
And so I don't know that there's any super duper traditions anymore other than we still have waffles Christmas morning. And, it always used to just be we always made Norwegian waffles, which is just a heavy cream waffle. And, now we have expanded it to where we have Norwegian and buttermilk waffles for those that don't want the heavy fat. Well, actually, all of it's
Mhm.
fatty, isn't it? So
Mwah.
whoever doesn't want the Norwegian ones gets the buttermilk ones.
There you go.
So, yeah, but that's kind of what we do for eating at Christmas time. Like I said, it's morphed so much over the years. I don't know that there's anything that's just stuck other than we always get together.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm very lucky that all 3 of my adult children live close by,
Mhm.
and we've always had a tradition of having, the stockings filled, and we start with that, and then we open gifts, but once my oldest son got married into a family that's a lot larger than ours,
Mhm, mhm.
over those 15 or so years that they've been married, my ability to make Christmas dinner has gone away because 'cause they've taken it over, they just have a
Okay.
big party, and I resisted that at first,
Yeah.
but we've come up with a tradition that I think is really cool. I was always in the church choir, and our church is very large, so we
Mhm.
would have multiple Christmas Eve services. I would sing until after midnight because the last service was 11, and
Wow.
I typically wouldn't get home until 12:30 or 1.
Okay.
My husband the kids would all be in bed. My husband would have whatever aperitif that I had chosen waiting for me, and we'd relax with that for a moment, and then we'd stuff the stockings, and then we'd go to bed.
Oh, how
And we'd
cute.
always tell the children that they couldn't get up until, like, 7 a.m. "Don't bother us," but then we'd go check out the stockings. But
Oh,
now they're
funny.
all grown and gone, and so the grandkids help us put those stockings up on the fireplace on Black Friday, but we still come home and we have that aperitif and we stuff the stockings, and then the next morning, Christmas morning, we take them all over to my oldest son's house, and we all dive into our stockings, and then I fix a breakfast of good old-fashioned Midwestern biscuits and gravy. I mean,
Yum.
oh, my mother-in-law taught me how to make them. 'em. I'm actually gonna share the recipe today.
Awesome.
Um, and so Christmas morning, we have
Mhm.
my husband's father was British, so he's half British. We also have a tradition that every person in the family gets a Christmas cracker before
Oh,
we
I've
eat
never done
breakfast.
those before. How
Oh,
fun.
they're so much fun.
Mm.
And then, we open gifts, we eat breakfast. We do all of that in, like, 3 hours because then they have to go off to the in-laws
Sure.
f to start preparing for dinner. But it's just become a something we can count on every year that's so much
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah. And,
That's
of
awesome.
course, food is the centerpiece of it because it is biscuits and gravy, which is very
Yeah.
hearty.
Yeah. I mean, for gifts and stuff like that, the only thing that we always do is we've started calling it the Christmas Eve box because we tried to do stockings, but our stockings were never big enough for everything.
Yeah.
So what I did is, when they were on sale at, I think it was Joann's or something like that, those big press board boxes that you can get that have a magnetic
Mhm.
closure and they hold
Yeah.
your ornaments and stuff like that. So that's what I have, and I've got like 4 of them that I've just picked up over the years. And so I we get a variety of things. We try to get them a snack that they like and a movie and Christmas pajamas and stuff like that. Just put it all in one. They know they're getting it. They just don't know what's going to be in it.
Right.
So, I mean, they're
Ah,
almost 30. They're closer to 30 than they are 20 anymore, but they're it. So until I
I'm
have grandkids,
sorry.
then
When do we ever outgrow stockings and fun little
nobody
gifts? I
outgrows
mean,
Christmas food
come
boxes.
on. I look forward to mine because it's always filled with my favorite candy, which I don't indulge in most of the year, and, just little goodies that they find.
Yeah.
I love stockings. Well, I think it's time for us to dive into the
Yes,
kitchen for a moment and
absolutely.
look at what we gathered from our favorite designers.
Mhm.
Now, this is just a hodgepodge of things that I put out a plea for people to give me links to their patterns. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start this presentation off with, I want to show you first. Okay. So we're in episode number 28. Can you
Yes.
believe it? Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh.
All right, so Christmas in the kitchen, and I want you to know that everything that you see in this presentation, this slideshow, is linked in a document that we can't fit all of the links in the description for the episodes. Just there aren't enough characters on the planet for that. So
Yep.
I created a document that you can download. Um, and it has links to all of the things that you will see in this presentation. But I'm going to get started by featuring my friend and cohort in crime, Biz. These are a couple of these are a couple of her favorite things. And it looks like they are matching. And I love the mug, Biz.
Yeah. Little bit of extra. Yeah, it's called the interlock diamond stitch, and what I love about it is that it looks so much harder than it is, as much of the stuff that I do, but it makes you look like this incredible genius. And
Yeah.
you can ombre it, you can do solo colors, you can do every placemat a different color, you can do cotton, you can do acrylic. It doesn't really matter. It all turns out super pretty because when I found this stitch, I got a little bit psychotic about it, and I made pillows and blankets and placemats and everything. I made everything with this stitch because it's just so much fun. But yeah, it
Excellent.
we still use those placemats. The one that you see in the picture is actually one that I use on a daily basis.
I love that look. I really do. I love the black and the white or the
Hmm.
cream. Very, very elegant, very simple, and I think I'm gonna have to learn this stitch 'cause, I don't really know overlay, interlock,
Hmm.
whatever that is,
Interlocking,
um,
yep.
and I
Basically, all it
love
is each row you're working both sides of the pattern.
Ooh,
And it's reversible, so it doesn't matter what side you have it on, it's gonna look exactly the same.
man, that's my jam.
Mhm.
That is awesome. Well,
It's a
thanks
way
for
to do it.
sharing
Oh,
that.
you're welcome.
Alright, from my studio,
Oh,
um,
cute. Cute, cute.
I just released the placemat today. And I got it
Fun.
out so quickly that it's been a week, uh, and I don't mean it was a good week, but it's December, it's busy. So I haven't finished the blog post. So it will be free on the blog,
Yay.
but, it's listed in all of my shops, and it's based on one of the stitch patterns that I just fell in love with this year, the Cordelia.
Mhm.
It was my own device, so it's not something you're gonna find in a book or online, it's just something I came up with, but it combines the granny stitch and working in the 3rd loop for the
Mhm.
half double crochet, so it just creates this kinda really subtle texture,
Mhm.
And then one of my favorites, every time my husband pulls this out, I just go nuts. The wine bottle, sleeve
It's so
is made out
cute.
of sparkly wine, and I love the way the tie turned out. It's just one of my
Yes.
favorites. And of course, your obligatory coasters, edge them with fur, and you've got Winter Wonderland.
I
So,
was gonna say, you know what those make me think of? They make me think of the abominable snowman in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
yes,
cartoon, and it's my favorite. He's like my favorite character, Bumble. And every time he falls over the edge, I cry. Every time.
but who knew that
I know.
bumbles bounce?
Bumble's bounce. That was so heart-wrenching as a child.
I know, right?
Oh my god! He went over the
Well,
edge.
we were just talking last night about all the Christmas stuff that we haven't watched yet. We just listed off all the things, and,
Yes.
I'm the kind of person who once Christmas Day is over, because I spent the entirety of Thanksgiving to Christmas thinking about Christmas,
Yes.
I'm done. You get to
Yeah.
December 26th, put away, I'm done. We're done.
You know,
But
the problem too is I can't seem to find on the streaming devices where I can watch the old Bass and Rankin movies.
oh,
And so I think I'm gonna have to find those on DVD and just own them so that I don't ever have to worry about that again.
we do own a lot on DVD. We do.
Mhm.
We're not gonna depend upon the networks to supply us with our Christmas cheer. So, anyway, all right,
Yes.
now those are the things that we have in our shops that we think are great for the kitchen.
Mhm.
Now, I'm just gonna go through these, and at the end, I've listed the designers that are featured in this, slideshow, um,
Yes.
along with, and in the comments, actually, there are some comments. Let's check it out.
Yes.
Um,
Kim says
right, so
hi.
Kim is here. Yay. Nice. Hi, Kim. I have in the comments put the link to the document that has all of the links to today's showcase in it. So if you want to
Mhm.
check that out. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Um, I wanted to point out second from the right on the top. That is actually a washcloth that's
Oh.
folded to look like a teddy bear.
Oh, how cute.
Isn't that awesome?
That would work for
Uh,
Christmas or baby showers.
exactly, exactly. Um, you've got the snowman towel topper and hot pad.
Mhm.
I love this idea where you do a cutlery pocket. So instead of laying your cutlery on the placemat, you've
Yeah.
got something that you can put. I really love that. It's a little hard to see
Yeah, no,
because this
me
is
too.
small, but and then you have the on the stove, you have the snowman towel.
Towel topper, yeah.
Really cute coasters and wine bottle totes for that hostess gift, which we did a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
All right. Next up, we've got I want you to talk about Sonia Blackstone's designs where she does those pocket pot
Yes. Okay,
holders,
so
the top left.
Sonia is one of my good friends, so disclosure, I love her to death, and, uh, she has some of the most fun, gift giving patterns. She really seems to specialize in giving gifts. And
Mhm.
why the reason why I say that is because she's got a whole lineup of, like gift legs. And so they're in the shape of the bottom half of a body of something. And there's probably 35 or 40 different
Oh,
ones. So you can hit just about every different kind of genre or like person, like a cop or a firefighter, or they fish or they play baseball or they dance or they like fairies and elves. I mean, she's got everything. So there's that, and I don't think that we have any of those in here.
we don't.
That's just something extra of hers. But the pocket hot pads are something that she has just so many of them. And this is another one of those where like she's got something for absolutely everybody in that area.
Mhm.
And they're a hot pad, obviously. But then she's got this pocket, and if you see on the top left and the bottom second one in,
Yeah.
that's her Santa one and her snowman one. And she's got ones for dogs, for cats, for gingerbread, for snowmen. She's got absolutely everything. She's got fruit. She just has everything. And they're super simple to make. Her patterns are really, really easy to read. And I highly recommend, I mean, if you're going to go with somebody who does like gift card holders, or something cute for the kitchen, or something cute as a something to give away. I mean, she just has a great selection. And I know I've said that like 17 times now, but I love her stuff.
Oh, they make great gifts. I mean, you
Yes.
that would be a stocking stuffer plus because you can put
Mhm.
she's got utensils in it, a packet of cookie
Like cookie
mix.
dough. Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
those are great for teacher gift, for
Oh,
babysitter gift,
yeah,
for Secret Santa gift, for, I mean, just all kinds of stuff.
yeah. We also have the wine cozy, the wine
Mhm.
glass cozy,
Isn't
and
that
the
funny?
can cozy, and you're gonna see in this slideshow, you'll see a lot of towel toppers or kitchen towels. So the
Yeah,
one that's hanging on the stove on the bottom left,
that's
that's
so
an actual
cute.
entire towel. But then on
Wow.
the top row, there are towel toppers.
Yeah.
Um, you can do towel toppers, you can do towel hangers where you can just keep the towel intact and hang it through the loop.
Is that
All kinds of different ways to use it.
is that top one, second in from the left, is that a snow globe?
Yes,
Oh, is
it
that
is.
ever cute?
It is a snow globe. Yeah, I think that I if I may be wait a second. Let me see. I think that might be Nana's Crafty Home. Snow globe. Nope, I don't it's on here somewhere. But, it with that link is definitely in the document. I remember oh,
Yeah.
there it is. I was right. That is Nana's Crafty Home. Yay!
Yay. You get to have
Eh
an extra a little bit of wine for that one. So top it off a little higher.
All right. Next up, let's see what we have here. I have to get back. All right. Oh gosh, here you go.
Cute.
Yeah, these are there you see more towel toppers and the pocket pot holder.
Yeah.
I love the buffalo plaid
Same.
mug cozy. Is that not the
Mhm.
cutest?
That is the cutest. The other thing that I love too is that little truck. Those things are
Yeah.
everywhere. And they're
Yeah.
so
The little
stinking
red
cute.
Christmas truck. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. And Santa's belt, of course. I mean, that's
Yeah.
iconic.
Yeah. You know, I also love reindeer, and I know that Spin a Yarn has got a couple of different little reindeer ornaments that they've put out. She's the one that does the everything's puffy, but it's
Mm.
the little ragdoll styles. But yeah, no, you know how we were talking last week, how every usually somebody's got a theme to their house, like they want to do Santa, or they
Yeah.
want to do snowmen, or they want to do reindeer. I love everything. It's just so
Yeah,
fun, and I think it all goes together. It's like a Christmas
absolutely.
movie.
That one in the top right corner
Hmm.
looks like it's tapestry, but that's actually corner to corner, I
Is
believe.
it?
It is indeed. I believe that is correct because there was just one corner to corner, and I remember thinking, "My goodness, that just looks so intricate." Yeah,
It
it's
does
called the
look,
Nordic.
yeah, that looks very Nordic.
Yes. All right. Next up oh
Oh,
my goodness,
fun.
top left, that is a hot pad, a
Cute, yes.
lattice pie top pot
Yes.
holder. Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
Let's
And
see,
the
what else do
moose.
we have here? Yep. That, it's hard to see because that's a long picture that I fit into a square, but that's actually a towel topper hanger.
So
So
everybody gets to see how bad my eyes are. Like, I can't see anything. Oh my
well,
gosh.
arguably, we're watching on a much smaller screen.
We are. It is quite tiny.
That thankfully than everybody else. Yeah, because we can't well, I guess I could full screen it, couldn't I? But then I'd lose all of my other functionality, so we won't do that. Then I wouldn't have any idea where I was.
No.
Yeah, but you've, the hot chocolate mug cozy. That
Yes.
looks like another moose, right?
They
And we've
are
got
moose. Those are
Mrs.
Sonia.
Claus up there.
Another
Um,
thing that Sonia does a lot of is moose because she lives in Maine.
oh gosh. Yeah, I've got a funny story about a moose.
Oh,
Um,
no.
my 2 boys and my husband, big Boy Scouters, and the thing that our troop did every year was hike, and one of the leaders wanted to hike the entire Appalachian Trail, and of course, that goes right through the
Oh,
Lehigh Valley where I live,
oh my
and then
gosh.
it goes up to Maine, so we have easy access to the Appalachian Trail. One summer, they decided to do a 2-week, 100-mile hike in
Oh my
Maine,
god.
and my oldest son told me that they had to bathe in the river, right? And he looks up and he's nose to nose with a moose. It's like,
Oh my
"Oh
god.
my god!" Now, he was fine, obviously, he made it back in one piece,
Yeah.
but, yeah, they had many adventures in Maine,
That had to
and,
be quite an experience.
oh my goodness, yeah, they were camping in the woods off of logging trails, oh, it was crazy, but
That is
yes, moose was a
fun.
part of it,
You're
so, anyway,
gonna have to make him a mousse, a hot chocolate mousse mug
you
thing.
know, that's a great idea, maybe that can go in his stocking when I get the
Yeah.
other 5 scarves done for Christmas. What?
Oh
Don't
my
judge
god, you
me.
don't have enough
They'll be
time
done.
left for all that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes.
well,
Okay, alright. Enough of that.
positive thoughts only, positive thoughts.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm sorry, but the elf towel is just
That is so cute.
hilarious, just hilarious.
That is
Um,
fun.
and then you have another one of Sonia's, pocket pot holders,
Yes.
another one of Nana's Crafty Home, Tanya
Yeah.
Bush. We give her a hard time about her towel toppers because that she just has a million of them. That's
Well,
not
she's
all
got
she
something
sells.
for
She's got
everybody
lots of
then.
patterns. Yeah, so here's Gingerbread Man. In
Uh-huh,
this collection, you're gonna find, think Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, all kinds of Clauses, all kinds
uh-huh.
elves. Yeah, so if you're looking for a towel topper, she's the
I bet
one you go,
that girl can hook you up.
"Oh, man." Literally.
So
Thanks,
funny.
Biz. Thanks. Um, she just got it. All right. Let's see. And we have our ever popular gnomes. I'm trying to think. Those have to be towel toppers.
They look like they are,
Yeah. All
'cause the
right. They are very cute.
white towel coming out underneath it is
Yeah. Yeah.
probably the beard.
That's great.
It is, it's
Oh
really
my gosh.
inventive.
I have not ventured into the wonderful world of crocheted gnomes, but this might have to be the year. 2024 might have to be my gnome year.
Well, and the fun thing about these guys is they don't look like they're super labor intensive, like, they're small enough, you can
No.
whip them out. My problem
No,
is that
that
the gnomes are super cute, but they're also amigurumi. That means I got things I get to put together, and I'm not happy about
yeah, I
them.
know. And that's not my jam. I am not good at that at all. I'm just gonna put it out there. You will never see a MadameStitch amigurumi because that's not happening here. But that you're right, that does look like just a cone
Yeah.
for the hat, and then the nose is just a fat circle, isn't it? A fat sphere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I think if I remember correctly, I may have seen these, and on the backside, they use a, ring, and they crochet around the ring in order to attach it to the backside of the gnome, so you hang the
Oh,
towel through a
gotcha.
ring.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. I'll have to check that out. All right, let's see, what do you have on the next slide? I don't remember how many slides I had, but here we go. We have many slides. Oh, here we go. We've got more of the cutlery holders,
Yes.
coasters, Santa's belts coat. This is a Santa themed slide here. We have the
Definitely.
elf pot holder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to see, but the one on the bottom right is
Mm-hmm.
actually a towel topper, a Christmas tree
Oh,
towel topper. Yeah.
is that the son of a gun? What's that called? Alligator stitch?
Oh, the crocodile stitch. Yes,
Crocodile.
it
There
looks
we
like
go.
it, doesn't it? Yeah, I've done that crocodile stitch once, and
I never
wow.
have.
Oh my gosh, I did it for a sweater.
Oh my
And
word.
yeah, I didn't design it. I just made it, and it was crazy. Crazy. It's kind of
Was
a
the
cool
whole
stitch
thing?
because you make it I think it was mainly just the cuffs and the
Oh,
collar,
okay. Okay.
but it's a crazy stitch because you make it upright. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
shells, but you make it in a way that they fall and become
Okay.
scales.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, what else do we have?
They seem like yarn eaters too.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you wouldn't wanna
that's
make that in DK weight, would you?
a
Nope. You'd be here. That's like making an entire blanket in single crochet. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
no.
Okay. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see what's next. Oh, even more. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Christmas trees here, right?
Mhm.
Lots of
And
Christmas trees.
the soup bowl
Oh
holders.
my gosh, yes. Yeah, that's a big old bowl of chicken noodle soup. I love it. The ornaments, oh, that's
Yes.
really cool.
Are those Sonia's as well? Because I know she's got quite a few of those.
You know, honestly, I can't remember. Um, let me
If
see
not,
here.
whomever they belong to, they're super cute.
They are super cute.
And I see some mosaic in there.
Yep. I don't see it on it's on the list. Oh, here we go. Christmas ornament bowl cozy by Blackstone Designs.
That would be Sonia. Yep.
Yep.
She's got moose. She's got ornament.
She's got it all, people.
She does. I promise it's
Oh
not the
my
Sonia
goodness.
show, but Sonia, we love you.
Well, there are a couple of others that have a lot on here.
Yeah, I know Rough and
Um,
Musa's got a few in there. I've seen them.
right. Joe to the World, Joey Baird.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's Joe's Crafty Hook. Joe to the World. I don't know what her last name is, but she's got a few in here.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really pretty. This is a very elegant page to me.
It is very
Very,
pretty.
yeah. That's it. Christmas in the
Okay.
kitchen. Now, these are all the designers. Now, I didn't put Biz in me because it's the Biz and Deb show. So
We
you
are
know we're
here.
on here. But and this is I didn't get so far as to alphabetize this. I'm really sorry. But Joe to the World, Nikki's Homemade Crafts, Simply Hooked by Janet, Faux Boss Designs, A Crocheted Simplicity, Rafa Musa Designs, Nana's Crafty Home, My Crochet Space, Sweet Potato 3, Blackstone Designs, Jules and Jones, Regina P Designs, and Craftopia Collective. Those
They
are
were
all the
all
designers.
lovely. They were
Yeah,
all lovely.
just
And I'm
a
sorry
great
that we didn't
selection.
recognize some of you, you know, on the page and stuff, but all of you, thank you so much for participating and giving us links. And hopefully all of you guys take part in it and click on that
Yeah.
link in the document and go get it so that you can show them some support.
Right, so the next slide, I just wanted to show you this. The link is in,
Everything I just said.
I know, the link is in the comments. The link is gonna be in the description of each of our videos.
Yeah.
You can grab the document. It has links to all of the designs seen in it, and what I did is very simple. The name of the item and then the URL, and
Mhm.
unless it came from Ravelry, and there aren't very many who came from Ravelry, they have the designer's name in the URL, so you can tell who designed it from the website address.
Right.
Right? So that
Okay.
is Christmas in the kitchen. So I
I'm really
hope you
digging this
enjoyed
one.
that. That was amazing, Biz. Okay,
That was
so
good. I
back we
like the font you
come.
used too. That was cool.
Oh, you know what? Canva is my best friend, and I find
Me
a
too.
template and it goes, this is a great font. And I go, you are absolutely correct. Let's use that one.
Yes, let's do
So
it.
that's the way that goes. All right. Now, oh, no, what are we doing here? All right. So the next thing we were going to do is
Mhm.
share a little. I don't know if you've got a recipe, but I actually have a recipe for my biscuits and gravy. If you have one that you want to share with our audience.
Hi, Mick. Mick is in Australia. I don't know what
Oh my
time it is there, girl.
goodness. Well, it's at least 12 hours ahead.
I think
That's really late
yes, she
or
is.
early
She's a
or
night owl. She's one of my another of my good friends, and she is a tester for me as well. And so she 6:30 a.m. So she's just getting up for the day.
oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's not too bad. I was thinking 12 hours, but that's 16. Yikes. Wow.
Yep, she's far, far away.
Someday I'll
And
get to Australia. Someday.
I don't know if I can sit in a plane that long.
Well, you don't sit in the plane that long. I actually one of our choir tours was to Southeast Asia, which is
Okay.
still it was far away, but not as far away as Australia. And we flew to, Alaska first, stopped there, had a layover, and then we flew on to Southeast Asia, which is like an 18-hour flight. So it's broken up. I'm not sure I'd wanna be on a plane for 24 hours.
No,
Ugh.
no,
No, thank you.
no. I think the longest I was ever in a plane is when I was 2.5, and we were flying back from Japan, because that's where my parents were stationed. And we oh wait, I'm yeah, 2.5. And so my parents told me that we were about halfway through the flight. And they're like, I'm done. I said, I'm done. I want to go home now. And so I can tell you right now that I haven't
There'd be a
changed a lot.
whole lot of crocheting going on that flight. Whoa.
Just give me a
All right.
bag. It's something to do.
What do you have for our viewers?
Okay, so I actually have a couple of recipes. It depends. Are you wanting me to give the recipe over the thingy, or are we sharing documents? I mean, I can add documents.
I actually have a slide for mine so they can just view it, and I
Okay.
think I'll put it in my description,
Mhm.
but, it's up to you what you would like to do.
I didn't prepare a slide, but I can give you my Norwegian waffle recipe off the top of my head.
Ooh, nice.
Because it is the recipe that my grandma, who she's now home with Jesus, but she came from Norway. She was 19 when she moved to the United States, and she and my grandfather met when she was in Germany because she had been not living in, what am I saying? She had been taken and she worked in the work camps. And so after the war, he was part of the occupational forces. They married, came over. So this is like a very, very special recipe to me because it's grounded in so much history. So if you want to take the recipe down, it is 2 eggs and it is a heaped quarter cup of sugar. So my brother put it as a quarter cup and then some. So heap it and pour it in. And then you want to whisk those eggs and that sugar together until they are frothy and all of the sugar has disintegrated basically. And it takes a little bit and it takes some manpower, but it's worth it. And then after that, you are going to take a whole quart of half and half, an
Wow.
entire quart of half and half.
Wow.
And you pour it in. And so usually what I do is I whisk the eggs and the milk together at the same time and it gets kind of frothy. And then I'm explaining it to you the way that my brother said it to me. So because that's the way I wrote it down. Then you take 2 cups of flour and you get those incorporated. And you kind of break up the lumps. And then you take that third cup of because it takes 3 cups of flour. Take that third cup of flour, and you get that in there and you mix it. And you mix it for 45 seconds to a minute tops. As much as you want to keep mixing that and get all the lumps out of it, don't. You mix, 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 put that thing down and walk away. Let it sit for about a minute and a half, up to 15 minutes. just resting, and then you can put it on the waffle iron.
Mm, mm, mm,
It's
mm.
so simple, so easy.
It does sound easy. It's better than Bisquick waffles any day.
It is. You can add a touch of salt if you want to. You can add a little bit of vanilla if you want to. We always make it just the way that it is. And a lot of I know my mom likes to eat hers with Yetus, which is a goat's cheese from Norway. And I know a lot of like true Norwegians, the ones that live there, they eat it with jam and things like that. So it's more of a dessert, not a breakfast food. But in
Mm,
America, when you can put syrup on it, you do.
why not? Right? It's always better with syrup.
Yes. All right. So biscuits and gravy. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So since you told the story of your grandmother, I'm going to tell you the story of my mother-in-law, and it's very short.
Oh, yes.
She was from southwest Missouri, which is like almost like being from Oklahoma and Arkansas.
Okay.
It's so different from being from around Kansas City where I am. So she was working in a Boeing plant there.
Okay.
And my father-in-law, British, raised in Oxford, flew in the Royal Air Force during World War II,
Mm,
came over to America because his buddy that he served in the war with was American. So they came over
okay.
and he met my mother-in-law and they married two of the most different accents ever. So imagine proper British
Proper
and then
British.
Southern Missouri, right?
Oh
So
my God.
it's a Southern accent that you won't find anywhere else.
I am
But they
sure.
made the most amazing pair of individuals on the planet. They were
Yeah.
incredible people. So my mother-in-law, her name was Edna May. Um,
Of course it was.
ha of course it was. She cooked like Southern cooking from
Yes.
Southwest Missouri. This is super easy, and remember that I'm making this for 8 people.
Okay.
Um, so it takes 3 packages of breakfast sausage. I usually use, the store brand, but you can use Jimmy Dean's or whatever the breakfast
Sure.
sausage is, right? You fry those up in a skillet
Okay.
until everything is broken up and well cooked, and you kinda want that sausage to be, crumbly instead of in
Yeah.
chunks.
Hmm.
You drain it, and then you put in a third of a cup of flour. Now, the flour is the thickening agent.
Yep.
So if you want thicker gravy, you can put more flour in it, and that might not be a bad idea. But
Hmm.
you incorporate that into the sausage until you
You're making a
can't see it
roux.
anymore, and you let it cook in.
Yeah.
Then you start to add milk. So you start with 3 cups of milk. Any kind of milk will work. I use 1%. And you start with that,
Hmm.
let that thicken up and get it all nice and creamy.
Yep.
That will start to be overly thick. So then you wanna add milk as you go along
Sure.
to thin that up to a really creamy, thick gravy
Okay.
consistency, right? And then we always get Grand's biscuits, the buttermilk biscuits by
Uh-huh.
Pillsbury. And we split those in 2 and just slather the gravy on top, and that's our breakfast.
Mm,
The rest of the
yeah.
Grand's biscuits get a heavy helping of jams that we bring to breakfast, and that's
Yeah.
it. We don't do eggs, we don't do anything else. That right there, my friends, will keep you to Christmas dinner.
I was gonna
I
say
promise.
that is a ton of fat and carbs. There's no reason why you should have to eat anything after that.
So, actually, if you use skim milk, which is perfectly fine,
Uh-huh.
you actually save calories, so it's not as bad as you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
It's not
I
really.
can see where
Well,
you're
except
coming
for the
from.
biscuits. Yeah, so that's Edna Mae's Biscuits and Gravy, and I will put that in the description of, um, the episode. So
Well,
there you
that is a
go.
lovely memory.
I think both of them are. I love the Norwegian waffles. I think that's just a fabulous story, and I love traditions like that
I do
where
too.
the food's simple,
Yeah.
but it's passed down from generation to generation. I just
Yeah,
love
and
it.
And the thing with Bobby is like every time we went over to her house, there were waffles in her house. I mean, so that it wasn't just a Christmas tradition per se. It is for us now only because Bobby's not
Mhm.
around. But
Right.
like she made them for everything. Like there was always
Mhm.
a cooling rack with waffles on it in her house. You just walked
That's
into her
great.
house, you grabbed some cheese, you grabbed some waffle, and you ate. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
my gosh, that's
like
awesome.
where you might grow up in somebody in another kind of ethnicity where there's always that one thing in your house. For
Mhm.
Bobby, it was waffles.
Yep, I always went to my grandmother's house, and every time I did, which was practically every weekend, she would always have sugar cookies.
Oh yeah.
Just always had the sprinkled sugar cookies.
See,
All
my
right.
grandma on the other side, she always had the cookies. She could, but she
Mm.
the problem with Bobby is Bobby couldn't cook for nothing. So she could make those waffles though. She could make potatoes and she could make waffles and toast. That was it. My grandpa, Papa, he was the one that did all the cooking. So, you know, there weren't cookies, but there were waffles.
Those waffles sound easy enough that those who don't cook can cook them.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
It's a
that's
beauty to
it
do
for our
waffles.
Christmas in the kitchen. I think
Yes,
we covered a lot of really cool stuff. I love hearing about your Christmas traditions, Biz. I just
same
think it's
here.
fabulous. All right. What have you been watching this week? Anything
Ooh.
special or just kind of making it through? What's happening?
No, I have become obsessed with
What?
people investigation. The People magazine,
Oh, yeah?
it's on Discovery Plus. They have got called People Investigates or People Investigations or something like that. What they do is they take stuff that they've written about in the People magazine, murders, etc. It's always
Mhm.
murders. But then they tell the story of that on camera. So like, they break it all down. They talk to the people from the time. They talk, fascinating.
Unbelievable.
Me and my dark stories.
Oh, yeah. Well, my husband thinks I watch all the dark stuff, but what are you gonna do?
Tony tells me that he thinks that I'm taking notes and preparing. Like, I don't know. I don't have enough energy to kill you. So
Well,
no worry.
if you do decide you're gonna do that, give me enough warning so I can find another partner for the podcast. I just
Right? She's like, okay, so we love true crime. We don't want to be true crime.
we're good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Well, I haven't true crimed it up. I've musicked it up this week, but,
That's good.
what little TV I have watched has been, The Usual Suspects, and I won't bore you with that because, I talk about them every week, but I'm hoping that over the Christmas holidays, I don't take December off just because, but,
Yeah,
I am taking the week between Christmas and New Year off.
that's awesome.
And mainly it's gonna be an office redo, new furniture and new stuff. But, I plan on catching up on some of my favorite shows and maybe diving into a few new ones because
Mm.
I need to shut my brain down and just go,
Yeah.
"There's the tube, let's do it."
Um, so you're getting a new room? Are we gonna so like this is gonna look different?
Okay, no, don't get too excited.
Oh, just like all around.
Don't really just no. Um, no, the part that you can't see that's sitting in front of me is kind of a Pottery Barn thing,
Okay.
and then the wall that's over
Uh,
there has my sewing machine. There, sewing machine.
yeah.
So you see that brown monstrosity in the corner?
Yeah, the shelving unit.
It's gross.
You
So
don't like it?
that's going up. No, no, it's not useful at all. Um, so I'm going to relegate that to my husband. He can use it for tools or basement storage or
Oh,
whatever.
how
And I'm
nice.
getting some new shelving that I can put my yarn all pretty up there in a corner.
Fancy.
And I ordered a comfy chair so that I can sit in front of the shelf
Oh, it's gonna be so
and
posh.
do videos and, look like I actually know what I'm doing,
This isn't a hodgepodge, I
right?
promise.
Yeah, I mean, this office is just I would be embarrassed, except it's beyond that. It's just horrid, but I don't know how to work any other way. It's just how it is. But that corner back there, because oh, there, that corner back there, you can always see it when I'm on camera.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
I'm gonna
don't
make
hate
that
it. It
really
looks
pretty.
nice.
Yeah, well, it does because 'cause you're far away from it, but
Oh.
I'm gonna get
Yeah, I couldn't
closer.
turn my thing around. The reason we're facing the way we are is because this is the only safe space in this room, and everything else is literally just covered right now. It's just stuff everywhere.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm showing a little bit more of myself by having that room open behind me, but I'm not gonna lift up my computer and give you a tour because I like people to like me and to have a certain impression of me, and this
Oh
would
my
just ruin it. Ruin it.
gosh!
So, she's just a disaster,
Let's look at
but,
the
you know,
facade. Don't
that's
scratch on the surface.
don't go past here
No.
because it's not good.
But we
No,
look
so that's
super
what's
put
happening.
together.
Yeah, that this is it. This is all that's put together. Everything else is just a disaster. But anyway, I digress.
It's
That's
okay.
it.
It's all
That's what
good.
I'm doing over the holidays. But
Well, that sounds fun.
yeah, so I think this is it for us, Biz.
It is.
My goodness, we've had quite the year, haven't we?
We have Dawn just stopped in. Hi, Dawn.
Oh, say hi to Dawn for me, or I'll say
She
hi to
says, I'm
Dawn.
here and I was cleaning house and got carried away. It's okay. It's
Dawn,
okay.
what are
I
you
mean,
thinking, darling?
I don't know that I ever get carried away with cleaning my house, but
Now I do get carried away with crochet, but cleaning the house, afterthought. So,
yes. I will
just
say
saying.
though that I made myself deep clean my house and I was very, very focused on it. So I made myself do it first thing and I can understand getting lost. Like I had a goal. But
Yep.
once I hit my goal, I was done. I was very done. Very done.
All right, Biz, I think
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
it for us for
Yes.
2023. This is it,
It
right?
is. This is the last one.
Been so much fun this year,
It
and I
has.
can't wait for January because we've January and February are just gonna be off the charts. We are gonna have so much
We
fun.
are gonna have a
Um,
good time.
right? So I hope everybody joins us for the new year. And
Yep.
in the meantime,
Mhm.
however you celebrate in December, we wish you the very best and
Yes.
the happiest of New Year's.
Yes.
Surround yourself with family and friends if you can, and just
Soak
enjoy.
soak it up. Soak it, soak it,
Soak it
soak it.
up and crochet your fingers to nubs. We insist.
In only the very best ways. I mean,
Right.
no permanent injuries, no
Well,
strained
maybe
muscles.
I might be projecting because I
I
think
think
that's
you
what's gonna
are.
happen. All
She's like,
right,
"Don't look at me, I don't have any left."
this is it. Okay, on that
You're
note,
terrible.
we are we are done.
We are.
So, from Madam Stitch and
From Busy
from
Crochet.
we're saying merry whatever and happy new year, and we will see you on the other
On the
side.
flip
Thanks for
side.
joining us.
Yes.